This was not your usual meditation. No quiet room, no soothing music, no closed eyes, and no spiritual teacher guiding my breath. Just chaos. Pure, raw, unforgiving chaos. And in the middle of it all, a silent witness emerged. Imagine the busiest market in your city. Now triple it. Narrow lanes overflowing with people. Rickshaws honking without mercy. Vendors shouting like their survival depended on it, which it actually did. Roasted peanuts, fried samosas, and spices in the air so thick you could taste them before you smelled them. People brushing past each other, bargaining, laughing, coughing, complaining. Life happening at full volume, and I quietly watching. And right there in the middle of it all, I sat, back straight, eyes open, breath steady, not moving, not reacting, not resisting, just watching, just being. A presence behind the senses, an unmoving center in a spinning wheel. Most people think meditation is about silence, about isolating yourself from the world, a dark room, a quiet corner, something spiritual. But I begin to question that. Isn't that too easy? What if peace is not found in the absence of noise, but in the presence of it? What if the real taste of stillness is whether you can hold it without shutting the world out? So I gave myself a challenge to meditate for 1 full hour with open eyes in the most chaotic place I could find in my city. No preparation, no cushion, no retreat, just the present moment, raw, untamed, unfiltered, and one quiet intention to be the awareness behind it all. I chose a narrow lane inside a local bazaar, a place known for being a sensory overload. Shopkeepers yelling like auctioneers, kids running wild, temple bells clanging from all directions. And I found a small plastic chair outside a grocery store. People assumed I was just waiting. They glanced and walked on. In their eyes, I was nothing special, just another tired soul taking a break. But inside, something extraordinary had begun. The first 10 minutes were brutal. Every sound was an invasion. Every moment felt like a threat. The voice in my head screamed, "What are you doing here? This is stupid. Get up. Leave." I was fully identified with the noise until I remembered. I could simply witness. My ego fought back hard. I felt embarrassed, vulnerable, legs cramped, nose itched, heart pounding like a war drum. I wasn't meditating. I was surviving. But I stayed. I kept my gaze soft, not fixed, not moving. I didn't judge the noises. I just noticed them. I observed my breath. And from behind the noise, I listened. Not to the world, but to the stillness that watched it all. Around the 15-minute mark, something shifted. It was subtle, like a breeze brushing past your skin before you notice it. The noise didn't disappear, but it stopped feeling personal. It became background, neutral, just sound, just movement. I was no longer in the chaos. I was simply aware of it. I wasn't reacting anymore. I was just aware. The shouting became rhythm. The footsteps became patterns. The chaos became choreography. And I, the silent observer, was at the center, untouched. Then came a profound realization. It wasn't the environment that was chaotic. It was my mind's reaction to it. The market was just doing what markets do. But my thoughts, my ego, my need for control, that was the real noise. Then came the deeper realization. With my eyes open, I saw more than people. I saw their humanity. The fruit vendor screaming, he was not angry. He was desperate. The young mother pushing through the crowd, she was not rude. She was tired. The old man arguing over 5 rupees, he wasn't stingy, he was surviving. For the first time, I was not judging, I was witnessing. No commentary, no opinions, just compassion, just presence, just the mind resting, and the witness awake. Somewhere around the halfway point, something broke inside me. Not painfully, beautifully, like a shell cracking open, to reveal something tender, alive and free. The need to control dissolved. The desire to do disappeared. There was just being. I was not the meditator. I was not the body on the chair. I was not even the breath. I was simply the awareness behind it all. Watching, observing, loving, untouched by the noise, unshaken by the motion. This is what sages mean by witness consciousness. Not just watching your thoughts, but watching everything without being pulled into it. Not escaping the world, but seeing it clearly, without filters, without resistance. And in that clarity, there was peace. The strange part, I had disappeared. In the eyes of the market, I was nobody, just a man on a chair. No one interrupted, no one asked questions, no one disturbed me, because no one noticed I was doing something sacred. That's the magic of open-eyed meditation in public. Your practice becomes invisible, your inner world opens up, even as the outer world continues untouched. I felt like I was in two places at once. Outside, I was part of the crowd. Inside, I was beyond it, surrounded by hundreds, yet utterly alone and perfectly whole. As the final minutes approached, time slowed down. Thoughts came and went like clouds. Breath was calm, body still, heart open. I wasn't seeking peace anymore. I was peace. Not the kind that comes from silence, but the kind that remains even in noise. The kind of peace that cannot be disturbed because it doesn't depend on circumstances. I watched kids fight over candy. A pigeon land on a sugarcane cart. An old woman sweep dust from her storefront. And it all felt perfect. There was nothing to fix, nothing to resist, only this moment. And this moment was enough, because the one watching it was enough. After 1 hour, I stood up. No applause, no music. The market didn't care that I had just experienced a spiritual rebirth. People walked past me like they had before. But something had changed. I had changed. I felt lighter, softer, more alive, as if I had touched something sacred and it had touched me back. The noise was still there, but it no longer owned me. I didn't feel the need to rush, to react, or to control. I could simply respond from awareness, from stillness, from truth. What happened that day changed how I see the world. It taught me peace is not a place. It's not a room, not a sound, not the absence of one. Peace is a practice, a presence, a silent flame that stays lit, even when storms rage around it. If you wait for the perfect moment to find peace, you will wait forever. But if you can find it here in the middle of chaos, then it's real, then it's yours. So here is my invitation to you. Find the noisiest place you know, a street, a market, a train station, and sit with eyes open, heart open, not to escape but to embrace. Don't fight the noise. Don't chase silence. Just be and watch what unfolds inside you. Because the real journey is not away from the world, it's through the world, into the core of your own being. That's where peace lives, not in the absence of chaos, but in the presence of awareness. Thank you for watching.